Today I thought we would follow Scott around and do kind of like a day in the life of what we do here on the homestead. So we're gonna do some animal chores and then we will follow him around a little bit on a project that he has planned for today. So Scott just got done doing animal chores and we are going to walk out to the tractor because he is going to do some farm chores. Babe, what's on the to-do list for today?
We are going to start prepping for, I have some help coming in next week so we can move the dumping zone pile of stuff, but we need a place for it to go. So I need to prep a couple of sites that I have to do that essentially. So I'm gonna use the tractor just to kind of move some stuff around and then start kind of evaluating what do I have to do to get that to all happen. right, so this is the area that I was talking about that I want to get cleaned up. So, you know, this trailer and pretty much everything on it, with the exception of a couple things, was left here. So, not ideal spot. And then there's like some pallets back there. If you come over this way, you know, there's just some brush and things like that. These pallets I did bring here, well, this, but then there's like some old steel drums and some plastic drums, and there's just wood and old air conditioners and buckets of gosh only knows what I'm going to find, to be honest. But if we look at the slope of this is probably about a 6 to 8 inch drop through here, and our property line, it goes back probably another into the thick burdocks back there essentially. So I thought this is a great spot. So we have all our our trailers, and you know, they kind of clutter up the yard and trying to clean things up to make it look somewhat presentable. So what I thought we could do is, and all these trees in here are all box elders. To me, they're just a weed species. They're not valuable for anything other than maybe some firewood. What we'll eventually do is cut them all down. But in the meantime, I'm gonna cut down what I need to cut down to make this all happen, and then we'll cut down in the future, because you can already see I got piles of wood everywhere. So what this space will not only be used for is the trailers, but I'm going to make a wood crib out of these big pallets here, right in this region right here. And what that will do is allow us to dry our wood for our wood burner during the winter. And I've already have some of it aging for a year, so it desperately needs to get into a wood crib. Our DZ has all that old cement, you know, rock rubble and dirt and things like that. So what I'm going to do is basically use this area to make a platform, especially for the pallets, so that way they're up off the ground again for the wood crib and things along that lines. So that's kind of part of the whole process. So the second area is by the pigeon palace here. You know, it's a lot of debris in here as well, and there's a pretty big slope here. And it's not user friendly right now to go from the ramp going up to the barn down to the pigeon coop. And it's slippery when it's wet, snows and things like that. So what I want to do is, and that's probably a good 1.5 foot drop up until where the wall is there. So I'm going to kind of use like this, what we have here. There's big chunks of cement like that. So what I want to do is basically create a little retaining wall in here and kind of stagger it up. And then I'll use some of that backfill to get rid of that. Because for the most part, as I was going through that fill, just kind of poking through, it's pretty clean fill. So I'm pretty comfortable about just creating a spot. So then that will allow this to kind of flow, and I can create a better ramp going up to the barn and things like that with less erosion, I'm hoping. Because right now, if you look on the ground, there's just a ton of erosion, you know, and it's very shaded in here, so I got to trim the trees back to get some more light. I'll kill the weeds off and then plant some grass in here just so that we can stop some of that eroding off that hill. Again, to make things more user-friendly for our purposes here throughout this. So today's project is we're going to start over here, I think, with that trailer. We're going to try to get that out of the mud and move that, and then see how that goes. As I'm kind of finishing up, this was just that wire and stuff that was loosely getting it out of my way. I don't have everything out of my way, but I'm not too worried about that. Once this gives me a easier time here. Okay, so the plan is this. So it's buried in the mud. I don't know exactly how hard or easy this is going to be. So the first step, you know, is trial and error. Is I'm going to take the tractor with the forks and kind of get under the frame very gently, and then try picking this up to break it free from the mud. So that's the step number one. Step number two then is to take the tractor out, come at this end of it. Again, do the same thing, and I'll see if I can tip the forks enough to just kind of pull it back. I'm not sure if that will work. I might need to get some boards underneath to get on a flat ground. I don't know if the tires have air in them, if they're flat. You know, it's all going to make a big difference once we kind of get into this a little bit. But the goal is to get this back up into this area over here, because how they put it in here is the tongue is over here, and I can't have access to hook it up to the tractor to just pull it. So I need to back it out first so that I can hook it up to the tractor and then pull it off to another area just to get it out of our way so we can get in here and start working and things like that. All right, so obviously that didn't work, but it did kind of work. I just wanted to break it free to see what I had. Went and got a chain. I have the forks underneath there. I'm gonna attach the chain to the tractor, and then I will just lift it up a little bit more and then try backing it out. So try again. You know, for as long as it sat in that mud, there's some dry rot, but there's air, and it looks like all the tires. So that makes my job so much easier. So now I'm going to disconnect the chain. I'm going to come around to this end and then hook this side up to the tractor and then pull it off into the yard. So hopefully, if all goes well, it'll be an easy peasy process. Kind of dropped it here off to the side a little bit so that way I can go over there. I have more room to move stuff around. I'm gonna kind of start closer to the pond. There's some pallets I'm gonna take out of there. I'm gonna get some rakes because I don't know if there is like wood, like nails and wood and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna get my magnet over there and try to remove any of it before I'm driving all over in there and pop a tire or something like that.
I had to go in the house for a minute and take care of some chores in there, so I thought I would walk back here and check on Scott and see the progress that he's making. How's it going back here?
It's going good. I am making a plan to get all this stuff out and then over to the burn pile, kind of evaluating how far back I have to go nicely. I had some tin and I got a bucket for some scrap wood. I got the little cart. I got some tools for cutting things off, but I'm gonna kind of work my way down this direction, clean that up, and then work my way across here. But the first step is to take, and you gotta be careful because some of this stuff is burning nettle. So, and even though it's dead, it still burns. Just an update. I came through and I cut all the grass down, mowed it all up, chopped it up real nice. I pushed it back, there's probably like another 2 or 3 feet to the fence line, but it starts to go downhill and I didn't want to deal with any of that. And now I'm just kind of working my way through. I'm up to about here. There was a log that was down in there that I uncovered, so I'll cut that up. But there's tons of grapevine that I'm taking out, as you can see. It's just a mess. You know, just coming across, not too anything. I wish there was something exciting, a tool or something, but not yet. So I'm just going to continue to work my way down. Once I get up to the pallets here, I will have to move them so I can move on the other side of them. So it's kind of where we're at. It's, you know, just keep plugging along and getting it done. Slow but steady.
Well, friend, we are going to call it for today. Scott was out here for a huge part of the afternoon. He just came in the house and he was all sweaty and dirty. So he said, I'm gonna hop in the shower, go record what I finished for today. So I'm gonna walk you guys out here and show you what he got done, and we'll pick up another part of this cleaning out area, maybe on a different video sometime, but I'll bring you back here and show you what he got accomplished today. You guys remember from this morning, he got this all cleared out. There was a trailer back there that he pulled out. It was covered in grapevine and weeds and burning nettle, and he got that all cleared out. There were some old pallets. Those are the pallets that he ended up moving. And look at this space now. You guys, I swear I could put like a big old shed or a small house back here. That is how much room we gained today just by him cleaning out this space. Thanks for hanging out with us today, friend, as we cleaned up this messy part of our yard. And if you guys want to stay up to date on more of the projects that we do around the homestead, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye, friend.